Got the bag already. 15 minutes. Took a little drawdown at the beginning. It came down. Let me see here for a second. Okay, let me show you this chart. So we opened up right over here, this big green, red topping tail. So I kind of figured we're probably going to go down to the 200, which we did. But once we formed this bottoming tail off of the 200, I knew we are going to go higher. So but this red bar kind of got me worried again because of this resistance, the topping tail. But once we took it out, placed my orders right at the highs. So 100% again. Another day, another green pie. 637. Longest trade, 15 minutes. That was the pre-market one. I took the pre-market order. I went long. So fairly easy day. Little stress because of this move down. So, but it was having a hard time breaking through the 200 and staying there. So, but once it formed this bottoming tail, I was good and waiting for the price to go up. So this is the 2-minute chart. This is the 5-minute. Let's see what the 15-minute looks like. Yep. So all the averages are rising. Same thing with the 20 and the 15-minute. So it would take a lot of power to break through. That's why I went long. All my trades were long. But now, so we're stuck in this right about 50% retracement, a little bit 60% retracement in this range now because of this big red move down on the 15-minute. So we might be just chopping back and forth in this range, say between 19.9 and 19.7. So we'll see what happens, but I think I'm done for the day. I don't want to ruin this green pie. I mean, not a lot of people can say that they can make 500-600 bucks in an hour, right? And I posted this in 15 minutes. So, but I think we might be moving a little higher. Like I said, we might test these highs right over here and then roll over. See what the 1 hour looks like. So like I mentioned yesterday, so we filled this gap right over here, this gap on the 1 hour chart, okay? I'm using the 1 hour because it's easier to see. Um, so we filled it right to, I mean, I called that move too, right to the top. As you remember, I said we're going to about 925, and that's exactly, it hit 925 and just came right back down. So now we still have this gap right over here that needs to be filled. When is that going to happen? Um, who knows? It's summertime. The markets are a lot slower. A lot of people take vacations, and but we have the Fed, Powell speaking on Friday, so there might be more volatility when he's speaking, what he says. They're already projecting. I guess I saw 3/4 point rate cuts before the year is over. So if that happens, I think the market is going to tank. But we'll see. I just noticed some news saying that now they're expecting 1 point cut in interest rate by the end of 2024. So I trade both. Now gameplay. What do you trade? Most prop firms are a bunch of scams. I'm gonna do a video on prop firms soon, especially on one of them. Look out for that. Yeah, these most of these prop firms are just a bunch of scammers. They don't want to pay. They put in these stupid ass rules that do not apply in real life trading. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. And they're not really prop firms. They're just evaluations firms. They just want to take your money. I mean, it's man, you're gonna get me going. I'm gonna go on a rant. They claim they want you to be, a successful trader and profitable, consistent, profitable trader. Man, and they put in this consistency rules. What the hell is a consistency rule? They limit your profits. I mean, who in the right mindset, I mean, would limit your profits? If they really wanted you to be successful, they would want you to make as much as you could. Am I right or am I wrong? Then why are you limiting my profits? They should limit your losses, not profits. It's a Ponzi scheme. But the first rule, the main reason that these firms are not prop firms, if anybody knows anything about prop firms, is you need a license 67. It's a and you don't need one. You need to be licensed. So anyways, you need, for a real prop firm, like, I'm going to mention a couple of them. SMB, which is probably one of the biggest ones, and T3. You need a Series 67, I believe it was, license to be able to trade in a prop firm. You don't need anything with these fake prop firms. That's the first problem. That's the first red flag right there. It's crazy. It's, man. All these people are is just fee collection agencies. They collect your fees. They collect your monthly fees, and they hope you fail their evaluations. That's exactly what they are. That's exactly what they are. A lot of them don't even put you in the live trading account, or they wait until who knows when you make and the rules that they put in. I mean, it's just, oh my God, it's the rules that they install is to help you fail the evaluation or the second round of accounts, is, and there's still simulation accounts. They're not real life trading. I mean, you're trading monopoly money, and they're putting in these rules, right? And a simulation account. They're putting in rules that do not exist in real life trading. I mean, just think about how insane that sounds. I mean, oh my God, it's. I mean, how are these um, regulatory firms that they don't crack down on these Ponzi schemes? It's mind-boggling. It's they prey on these rookie novice traders. They just they don't have the money to set up the accounts, their own personal accounts. So they buy these evaluations, for 25, 50, $100. And then they hit you again for another fee once you pass the evaluation to another simulation account, which they call, funded account, which is not funded. It's a simulation. I mean, that's another thing, is that there's so much lying and deceiving, and it's crazy. It's crazy. And then you have these YouTubers that pump and dump these firms because they're affiliates. I was one. I don't promote these people anymore. It's crazy. I just like it's insane. And they just promote these multiple accounts. They push for multiple accounts. Insanity. Ponzi scheme. That's all it is. It's a freaking Ponzi scheme. Why is it a Ponzi scheme? Because if you take, just as a simple example, take two people. One is a successful trader and one is a really bad trader. That he keeps buying and buying these evaluations. So now the successful trader, all the profits that he makes in the simulation account, he doesn't make any money. It's all simulation. It's fugazis, right? Fugazi money. It's a monopoly money, whatever you want to call it. So now the firm has to pay him with the money that the losing trader keeps buying the evaluations. So you take the money from the losing traders and give it to the winning traders. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a textbook Ponzi scheme. I mean, trading is one of the hardest professions you can do. I mean, it's hands down. It's because the emotions are involved, and once the emotions you get involved, it's you don't do things you're supposed to. It's so it's very hard profession. It's very hard to make money. That's why about 10%, about 10% of all traders make it. That's what the statistics say. Plus minus 2%. So on top of that, these prop firms, they put in these ridiculous rules that make it even harder to be successful. So do you think they have the best interest for you to be good or bad? The thing is, when they profit from you being bad, getting some news, I think. Anyways, it's I mean it's a low cost game to get into. These prop firms are just they're not prop firms, man. I keep saying prop firms, but they're just fee collection firms, man. They pray you don't succeed. They pray because they want everybody to fail. I don't care what they say. What are these trolls? These affiliate trolls? They say don't listen to them because they want you to fail. Why? Because there's zero risk for them. They just collect a fee, you fail, pay another fee, fail, and so on, and keep going forever. That's what they want. Matter of fact, one of these, I'm not going to mention which one, the owner of one of these prop firms, he even agreed what I just said. It's a great business model to just to just collect the fees and hope that everybody fails. It's crazy. I just don't see how I just don't understand how majority of people don't see that. But it's because everybody's stuck in this loop, right? I mean, everybody wants to. I don't know. Just everybody wants to be a successful trader. It's a low cost, entry into the game. But and that's another thing is, I mean, where in real life you can open up multiple accounts? What sense would that make? How much sense does that even make? It's a gimmick. Multiple accounts. I mean, what? Some of these people have 20 accounts. You have 20 accounts. Oh my God. It's crazy. Crazy. If you can't trade, here's the thing. If you can't trade one account, what makes you think you're going to trade better with multiple accounts? Oh, I'm going to divide the risk among 20 accounts. BS. Do that in real life. Open up 20 accounts and 20 different trading firms and link them all up. And how is that spreading risk? Somebody explain that to me. It's a freaking gimmick. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. Crazy. Crazy. Man, I hope these people go down in flames because they're stealing money from people. Of course, listen. I'm not saying that there's no people that there's any people that try to scam the system. Of course, there is, right? In anything in life, there's people scamming. So, um, but that's the thing, though. The scammers trying to prevent other scammers to scam their system. Think about that. The Ponzi scheme operation trying to prevent other scammers preventing to pull money out of the Ponzi scheme. It's ironic, isn't it? Ironic. It's hilarious. It's infuriating. It's crazy. It's man. How oh man. Exactly. Dollar cost average. That's insane. I mean for decades, all these financial advisors, you know, they advise, dollar cost averaging, right? But one of these platforms, so a couple of them, they prevent they don't allow you to do that. I mean, it works. Let's say, okay, it works some of the time, not all the time. Nothing works 100% all the time. So there's times where you should be able to add to a losing trade, like I did today, for example. Well, the thing is that when I added, it was right at, I mean, just a point or two below my first entry. But I should have added early, actually. Okay. Anyways, so there are situations where it's mandatory. You should 100% add to a losing trade. Absolutely. Like on a pullback. I mean, when you have a powerful move to the upside, as an example, and then the stock, the future, whatever you're trading, pulls back, say, a few points, so you should add to that at a certain point. I mean, I don't want to go into strategies and stuff, but you should be able to. You should add. It's smart to add. But no, they don't allow that because they say it never works. It's stupid. It's crazy. It's insane. Then another thing is that there's two-step process: the evaluations and then the funded account. They call it the fund, which is not funded at all. Okay, some of them have three steps or whatever. Anyways, so in the first step, in the evaluation, they let you do anything you want, whatever you want. Just go do whatever the hell you want. You want DCA, you know, do whatever you want. Any kind of system you have, just do whatever you want. Once you pass that and go to another level of the funded account, which is still simulation, all of a sudden they impose rules. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like DCA, for example. So, for example, if you pass the evaluation with DCA, all of a sudden you can't do that. Now justify that. If that's my strategy, if that is my strategy to DCA and you have and the strategy works, you will never get paid because they will deny your payments all the time. That's how insane this space of fee collection agencies. That's all it is. It's a fee collection agency. Nothing else. Nothing more. It's crazy. I mean, see, now you got me going on this rant about these Ponzi schemes. And the people that defend them, they're usually, not usually, most of them are affiliates trying to, get that 15% off, you know, $25, $50, whatever, and then they're hoping to, sell a bunch of them. That's why they pump multiple accounts. So if you're making 15% of, say, 15 bucks, oh, $50, just go make it simple. 50 bucks. If you open up an account for $50, so you're making 750, right? $7.50. Now, if somebody opens up multiple accounts of $10 or 10 accounts, just keep it that simple, right? 10 accounts, that's 75 bucks. That's only one person, $75. So now you multiply that by 100 people. Now these YouTubers, a lot of these YouTubers that can't freaking trade, they pump these prop firms and their affiliate codes all over the screen, you know. So if they have 100 people now doing 10 accounts, that's $750. With 10 people, right? 100 people is at 7,500. If that's only happens in a month, just think about it. Who cares if they can trade or not? They're making money off of you. You are the product that they trade. You are the product that they trade. And that's facts. And of course, no, they buy their accounts through them with your money. It's crazy. And I don't see anybody talking about that. Nobody talking about that. You won't hear anybody. All they do is defend all these prop firms that they trade with, they're affiliated with. Yeah, it's insane. It's how is it possible that they're still around? They're not being cracked down on. Um, I mean, one of them went down in flames, right? What was it? What's it? What was it called? My Funded Futures or something like that? MML or something? But that's just one because they didn't. I don't know exactly the whole story. I just heard about him when the news came out, a few months ago. I don't know what the situation is now. I don't know. It's crazy. Hey, new gameplay. If do you mind sharing who you which prop you're with? Or you don't want to disclose that, which is fine. But most of them are just scams. Most of them are. I think the most legitimate one out of all of them, I think, which it's I don't want to say legitimate, but I don't know what the word I want to use to describe them. Yeah, Top Step. Yeah, Top Step is probably. I've never. Yeah, Bullinox. Yeah, I don't know about them. I don't know too much about them. But Top Step is probably one of, let's just call it more legitimate, more because they actually put you in the live account. But then again, they have changed. They have changed so much. You know, I know a guy that traded with them years back, um, and and they had different rules, and they actually, you know, I think it was closer to like when they first opened up, like I don't know, a year or so after, and they had different rules. They actually had good rules, you know, legitimate rules, and they actually paid you, and you know, but then they started adding these stupid ass rules, and once more of these prop firms, God, see, these collection fees firms show up, you know, into the marketplace. They open up on every corner, you know, of your city. So that's their competition. So now they start changing their rules and fees, you know, um, the fee structures and all that stuff, and how many accounts you can have, and when you can pull money out, stuff like that. I mean, now they're on, you know, the thing is the problem with Top Step now. I mean, I see people complaining that they can't get to them, that they don't respond. The customer service sucks. The customer service sucks with all of them. Now you can't get them on the phone. I guess they have to call you or something. You know, now it's all on through email, and some you got to put on a ticket. So it's insane, right? They don't get back to you for days. It's crazy. So, um, um, but now it seems like Top Step is becoming a a media company, right? Because now they have a they're streaming 7 days, I mean 7 hours a day. They stream the whole all the time when the market's open. And now no, actually now it's probably almost 23 hours because now they got overnight sessions. The people streaming, you know, it's like they're like a TV, you know, they're not even a funding company. You know, it's like they're not their focus on just being a media like CNBC. You know, it's crazy. I mean, which is bad and not bad, right? I mean, so at least they're helping you, you know, a little bit, and but they're not helping. They're not focused on with the customer service. That's the problem. So now the bull. I don't know much about Bull and Ox. I mean, I've seen them. You know, their advertising and all that stuff. I haven't seen too many people talk about them. Um, I'm not exactly sure what their rules are. I think probably similar to Top Step maybe. And the thing is, most of them have a little bit of, you know, they'll take a little bit from here, a little bit from here, from this prop, and put it together for their own, little organization, fee collection organization. And they have, so they call themselves unique, you know. But there's so many of them now. It's crazy. It's they see the potential that of the money they can make from fees. Because if 90% of people fail, why would you want people actually passing and becoming good traders or not good traders? Because if you pass an evaluation doesn't mean you're good. You just maybe got lucky. Maybe you're good. I'm not saying you're not good. Okay. So, but if you're a so-so trader, right? You make money, you lose. You make money, you lose, whatever. And now you pass and go into the funded portion of their system, their scam, right? Which is still a simulation. So now they have to pay you out of pocket. That's risk, right? That's risk to them. That's risky. But now if you fail and you have to buy another evaluation, that's zero risk. It's free money. Free money. That's why I said in earlier today. It's like I said, this one CEO, which was, I'm gonna say his name. I'm gonna say the firm, Top Step, Michael Patak. He even said that. He even said that it's a great business model. And now they're giving in. They never had multiple accounts. Now you can have two. Oh, I think what they had one, then they added. Now you can have three. I think now I don't know what the latest is. Five. You can have five accounts. It's crazy. I mean, where in real life you can have five accounts in one broker? One broker. You can't. They won't let you have it unless you have a personal or an LLC account. Okay, that's two accounts, but it's your money still. It's still your money. So how is that dividing the risk? It's these YouTubers keep saying, "Oh, you divide, you divide the risk into 10 accounts, 20 accounts." BS. Go do that in your live account. It's crazy. Man, I went on a rant. The market's pumping now. I have a question for you, now gameplay. With Bullinox, can you just what did you like or not like? What are the rules are? Is it similar to Top Step? If you're still in the room, if you're still watching, I was just wondering if they're better than Top Step, worse. 'Cause actually, I don't know anybody that traded with them. I only hear about, the big ones. Well, see, actually, the market, say this is the 15-minute chart. So now there was some kind of news, probably one of the Fed speakers are speaking or something. What was the, um, it broke above. I mean, this is a big, big bar. Look at this 2-minute bar from 70 to 40. 70 points. 70-point bar. Yeah. Sounds like they're a little better uh, than Apex. I mean, Apex is just cheap. They're cheap. They're probably the worst. They're the worst. But they're the cheapest. That's the reason. They probably have more traders, more people, signing up with them because they're dirt cheap. I mean, 40% consistency is still garbage. It should be zero. Just let me do my money. Let me make my money. Don't limit me on my don't limit me on my gains. Limit me on my losses, but they don't. Right? If they wanted you to be successful trader, consistent trader, the consistency rule should be on a negative, not on a positive. Consistently just lose 30% of the account. Right? I mean, let's just say you have, $5,000 drawdown. So actually, yeah, 30%, that would be 1,500, right? Yeah, there you go. That way you don't blow out the account. So you lose 1,500 today, 1,500. At least you have 3 days, right? You have 3 days for the account to last before you blow it up. If you have three losing, days, and then on the fourth day you have only $500 drawdown, right? So but let's just call it 3 days. At least not just one day. I mean, but they don't limit you on the downside. They limit you on the upside. I mean, how much sense does that make? That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. They claim they want you to be a consistent trader, but they limit you. I mean, what? Insane, insane, insane. I mean, DCA is a great strategy. It's a necessary strategy to have under your belt. It doesn't work all the time. Nothing works all the time. But you need to have that. You need to add to losing trade at the right time, at the right moment, at the right trade, It's like even today. I mean, look at today. Look at this one. Okay? If your initial entry was here at 841, this is a 5-minute chart, And now the price pulled back right to the moving average here, the 50-day moving average, and you add it here. So your price of entry comes down. Your stop would be placed right below this bar or the tail. And then maybe add another one once it turns green. But that's exactly what I did too on a 2-minute chart. So how is DCAing bad? It's great. It's a great strategy. Financial advisors used to not used to, they still do, you know, because the market over time goes up. Investing, between the difference between investing and day trading is just a time frame. You're day trading on a small time frame, minutes. Investing is daily, weekly, monthly charts, right? That's all it is. It's a time frame. That's the difference between day trading and investing. Time frame that you're trading on. So, see, I would have entered like on this chart. The stops would have been have to be, see, the 5-minute chart. Okay, the moves are bigger, right? So, like on a 5-minute chart, I probably would have entered about 50% into this green bar. So right about here. Then I would have added another one once it cleared this red bar. But there was very little follow through because of this resistance, right? So then it pulled back 5, 10, 15 minutes. So it almost would, wow, this was so close. But I probably would have, the DCA in this situation would have been necessary. Because for this to come down and crash through this 200, it would be very hard. Not impossible, but it would be very hard, right? And with all these moving averages rising. So my stop would not even be here because I probably would have been adding to the position. So my entry price would be lower, be getting lower and lower and lower. So it would be easier to break even or go into profit like this bar did, okay? So the DCA is a necessary tool to have. So when they don't allow you to have the DCA strategy because they don't want you to be successful, they don't want you to break even, they want you to lose, they want you to close out your losing trades because that gets you closer to failing the account. That's why, not because it doesn't work. Nothing works 100% of the time. Nothing. So for them to take that away from you, it's just insanity, insanity. So I just gave you an example here of DCA, dollar cost averaging. If you were going to hold, let's just say, okay, in this example, let's just say, look at the market now crashing on the 5-minute chart. Um, you entered at, let me use brackets here. Let me use 50 and a 50. 50 point. I set up this bracket for this huge volatility we had on the way down. So 50 points. Let me see here. Let me go a little. $42. So the stop would have been way below that. Okay, so let's do it again. Okay, so look at this. Okay. So 50-point gain, 50-point loss. I probably would have limited the loss to below this tail. So it would have been less than 50 points. But on 50 points to the upside, right? You would have gotten it. No problem. This is 50 points and then 10 more points. If you have two contracts, the first contract gets out at 50 points, then the second contract gets out at 10 points after that. That's the bracket I use. If you have two contracts, one contract just gets out of 50 points. Anyways, so wow, look at this. So I think we're gonna go crash to this 200. I think that's what exactly happened yesterday too. Because this is pretty. Let me look at this from 70. This one bar 70. So 60 points, right? 60-point bar. And now it's at 100 points right now. 70, 70, 870 to 970. In 10 minutes, not even. So we're going lower. Let's take a look at this weekly. So it looks like it's a fake breakout, right? One bar just breaks out, goes to 980, and it just can't comes right back down. There's going to be resistance, of course. Um, the moving averages are rising, so that's going to be trying to push prices up. On the 2-minute chart, same thing. So you got the 200. On the 5-minute chart, you get the rising moving averages. So it takes power. Power breaks. See, look at this. It just drops like crazy. It takes power to break through these averages. So it looks like volatility is back in play. This is probably the most talking I have done on the live stream. See, that's another thing is, these YouTubers, they're so-called traders, right? They keep talking and talking and talking about different kinds of shit, this and that, dad jokes, this, I mean, oh my God. It's it, there's so much. That's why when I trade, I don't talk. I don't talk about anything. I just trade. You can watch what I do, what I'm doing. I'm not talking. I'm focused on the chart. I'm not focused on the chat box. And there's so much BS out there. It's crazy. They're just taking advantage of innocent people. This move is just completely erased. So probably gonna have a little bounce back because these averages still rising. or maybe not. Like I said, power breaks through everything. And this is sheer power. Just bar after bar, complete big red bars, power breaks, breaks, resistances. Just imagine, think of a sledgehammer, right? You crack the wall, you swing at the wall, you put a little dent in it, you put a crack in it, and then take a bigger swing and crack right through it. So, but I think, like I said, I didn't think we were gonna break this level here, but was it just a fake out? See, people buy, breakouts, right? Which I do sometimes too. Actually, I add to my trade. I usually enter lower than I add a lot of times when it breaks out. So, but there will be a pullback of some sort. So we are currently below this flattish looking 200-day moving average on a 2-minute chart. And the target would be, of course, around here, right? Maybe 750 because of this support, 2 points of support. So, and the moving average, this is the 5-minute chart. So, but for the price to go up and erase this move, so let's see, 70, that's 100, but 150 points. I don't think that's going to happen. But then again, look at this, what happened yesterday. It was a drop, and then it just chopped. So we might see the same thing. But I would think it would come down to this support. Were you profitable? New game? Did you make a couple dollars? Yeah, I love making um the profits, the first 30 minutes of the day, or even an hour, you know. Nice. Yeah. 650 is a great number. Yeah, that's my goal. Yeah, that's my goal to, make the gains for the day within first 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah, so let's see how long I've been on now today. It's 8 o'clock already. So hour and a half. This is probably one of the longer streams I've had. All right, buddy, man. Thanks for being here. Um, don't give up. Don't give up your profits. Sometimes it's hard to do that, you know? I have that problem too. Sometimes sometimes the money comes too easy, you know, and then we take stupid trades and give it back. So but anyways, I think I'm gonna call it here too. Um, the next live stream. Sorry about that. Next live stream I'll probably be doing on Sunday Open. Probably. See what it looks like. So, but anyways, those of you that were here today, uh, appreciate you being here, and we'll see you in the next video or live stream. Take care.